Desert temple? Yes, emeralds. Random stuff. Bones. And horse armor. No diamonds? Seriously? Another one. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be doing something else other than building or terraforming. What we're going to do is hopefully make some sort of farm. And what I was thinking actually was for a beginner player, because I'm still quite beginner at this stage, and the long term, this world is going to be a long term world. So in this stage, I'm still quite beginner. I haven't even constructed my first house yet. I was thinking maybe the best farm to do was an all mob farm. So later in the episode, we'll be constructing one of those. And what I'm also hoping to do is maybe get a zombie villager. I don't know if I can get one in this episode. Hopefully if I can. But if I get a zombie villager, I'll probably stay up the Minecraft nights and try and find a zombie villager and try and capture that guy and cure him. Because I was actually, if you saw in the beginning of the video, I found 2 desert temples, right? And with those desert temples, inside of it, I didn't find much good stuff. But those desert temples was on my journey towards, it was on a journey towards hopefully finding a mesa. That was my intent. But unfortunately, I traveled 20,000 blocks, no mesa, and I was actually surprised I made it all the way back in one piece. I didn't actually walk all the way back because I didn't want to walk another 20,000 blocks. So I built a portal. I took obsidian with me. I built a portal when I decided, you know what, it's just too much. So I came back and luckily didn't die and found my way back. And I got a few achievements along the way. I got the subspace bubble, of course, for traveling more than 7,000 blocks in the nether and going through another portal. I also got the hot tourist destinations because I went through many biomes in the nether. And I got another one. What was it? Oh yeah, the who is cutting onions. Is that what it's called? With the crying obsidian. Where was it? Here, crying obsidian. So we can make a respawn anchor later on when we make a nether hub. And I also got a few other things like diamond horse armor, TNT, gold, and I got quite a bit of gold, so that's why I'm hoping to at least use some of this gold and cure a zombie villager. So that's my intent on this episode. And if this video isn't and if when I'm editing it, if this video is below 30 minutes and I still have some time and I get some materials, I might continue building this. Otherwise not, that'll probably be in the next episode where I finish this off. But I just want to take a break from just building stuff and I just want to work on something which will advance my player a little bit. Anyway, so in the next episode, if we don't end up building this in the rest of this episode, we're going to do the interior. We're going to get terracotta for that. That's what I was hoping to do the mesa for. Get the mesa is for terracotta for the roof, because I'm planning a nice terracotta roof design using gray and brown terracotta, because gray terracotta is actually quite brown. So yeah, I was thinking of that nice design, but unfortunately didn't find a mesa. So I know that masons can trade. Is that, yeah, masons from the stonecutter can trade some clay, right? So that's maybe why what I'd use my first villager for, unless otherwise a librarian. Yeah, so anyway, so in this episode, hopefully getting a villager. If not, we'll just be doing the mob farm. And if it's just the mob farm and no villager, then I'll try to work on this house. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do the roof because no villager. But if I won't be able to do the roof, I'll also start doing the interior for you. Anyway, so that's the plan. If we do hopefully get a villager, which I'm really hoping for, then we might not be able to work on this, but 100% probably in the next episode we'd work on this with our new villager. Anyway, let's cut straight to the chase. Alrighty guys, so we are gonna build an all mob farm made by Gnembon, or the mob farm that I'm gonna make is inspired by Gnembon, because I don't know, like the video that I was watching that I'm probably gonna make is 48 minutes long, and honestly I'm not bothered to watch all of it, but I highly recommend Gnembon. He's such a great guy, and he makes amazing tutorials and shows you the best redstone farms and best redstone contraptions to make, so that you can always have the easiest times in your world. Anyway, so I'm gonna make one of his inspired farms. It's gonna be an on-mob farm. Now he built his in the sky. I don't know if it would change anything if I built it underground. I know you have to light up a lot of caves and stuff to change the rates, but whenever I want to fly around this world later on, I just don't want to see anything in the sky. I'm probably going to regret this, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe I should build it in the sky. Maybe I should. Okay, well, I'll think about that. If I do, I'll probably build it somewhere nowhere near this, okay? Or somewhere which would not be anywhere I'd build anytime soon. So even though this is gonna be my long-term world, and this whole village thing is not gonna be what I'm gonna be building forever. Maybe later on I might change into different themes and stuff after I finish this whole village. I still want to be near that mob farm at all. I want to be near it, but I just don't want to see it. So maybe I might build underground, maybe I won't. But anyway, so the dimensions of it I saw were mainly 15 by 15. There's some parts which go more, less, and stuff. And I know you need lots of slabs and stuff. So I'll go mining. So if I do make it underground, at least I can get some cobble. Maybe I will make it underground, because I can just light up the caves and stuff. Yeah, that's just something I'm willing to do. I know what people would like do it above the ground, like in the sky. It's because of just rates. I'm not too worried about rates right now, like the drop rates. Because if I really wanted a really good farm, I'd just do it in the sky. I wouldn't be bothered about it. But since this is not really a redstone world that we're working on here, it's more of a building world, I'm just gonna do it in the ground. And basically what I'll do is I'm gonna make a huge, probably 15, no, not 15 by 15, maybe 17, 18 by 18 hole down here, going almost to bedrock, maybe 2 bedrock. You can get some diamonds that way. And yeah, I know we also need some like redstone components, so I'll go into the nether later to get some quartz, and I'll use some of this TNT to blow up some of that holes, and it'll help me out, because it's just a very annoying task to do, to be real. So yeah, I'll do that and I'll get back to you. Maybe we might do a small time lapse here, me mining it, who knows, or actually that'd be probably quite boring. We'll do a small time lapse of me building it, actually. So anyway, I'll cut back to you when I've mined out the big hole there, so you can see it. And then after that, maybe do a small time lapse of me building it, I don't know. Or, well, I have to also grab the stuff to make the redstone. Like, we need a bunch of repeaters, I saw. It's the farm that he made. The link will be down in the description of the farm he made, or the video. But it was basically some platforms stacked on top of each other. There was a redstone clock at the top, some dispensers with water buckets in them, and thankfully you have a bit of iron. Probably get some of that, some iron from mining that hole as well. And basically, and observers. So basically, the observers will get detected from the clock so often, and basically, as well as that, they'll trigger those dispensers with water buckets in them, and it'll shoot out the water and push all the mobs which spawn in that area out to the side and down. I want to also put water at the bottom and kill them manually to get XP maybe, because I think that's something that would be good, especially since the first shop that we're going to build is a bookshop. I'm gonna probably put an enchanting table in there, So yeah, also I just wanted to wait to get XP. So anyway, I'll just get back to you after I mine this hole. Alright, see you then. Alrighty guys, so you know how I said I was gonna make it underground, under this terraforming, that little mob farm? Well, it turns out that this mob farm hole took, like this just first 3 layers just took too long, and honestly, even though I used a bit of TNT to get down, I'm just not comfortable with this anymore because it's just taking way too long, and I can't imagine how long it'll take to get to the bottom. As well as I realized that the top of this mob farm design is quite big because you need to have a very big top to make sure that all the spawning places are at absolute 0 so you can get the best spawning rates. So in this case, I don't think I'm just gonna do it there. I'm actually just gonna build it above ground, just like how Gnembon built it, because now I just want to just get this over and done with. So what we're gonna do is, just to make sure that it's not in this area to make it look nasty or whatever, we need to make it look nice. So in this direction over here, there's some mountains. I don't know if you can see it. Let's just quickly walk over there. And what I'm planning to do is maybe build it in that area, so that if we build it there, later on when we get to a higher level, or like, I don't know, in quite some time from now, we can hopefully do some terraforming to maybe cover that up or something, or just build in a place that we'll never come to build any decorative stuff, so that you'll never see it. So maybe like near that mountain there we'll build it, and I don't want it to be too far from everything, but I don't want it to be too close. So basically this mountain will kind of overshadow it, you know. So I'm gonna build it over there, probably over there, right where that tree is. And yeah, that's probably the best place to build it, or over here. Actually, I might build it over here. That's probably the best place. So yeah, even if you can see it, we'll probably build out a mountain here so it just covers it. But that won't be in this episode for sure. That's probably not even going to be in the next 10 episodes. Maybe not even 20, but later on we'll do a mountain here to cover that if it's needed. So anyway, I'm just going to start building on that, and I'll see you after I build it. Should we do a time lapse? I don't know. I think you guys like the time lapses. So what we're gonna do is do a small time lapse of me building this. But first, before we do that time lapse, I need to go get resources. So I'll see you after the time lapse. Bye. Alrighty guys, welcome back. And since that time lapse, what I've done was, oh, then testing. Okay, stop. Okay, testing. Please don't make that weird sound. Alrighty guys, welcome back. You've just seen that time lapse, and in the full time lapse, we built this thing, which is a mob farm design made by Gnembon. It's actually not fully completed. You see, I have to just do that a little bit more add a few more slabs, but I'm honestly okay with it just being as is, because everything is below 7, client server like 7, so mob should spawn. As you saw, there is a zombie spawn there. It's basically finished. I just need to add 2 more dispensers and fill it up with these water buckets so that it works. and I just added this ladder to get to the top to access the clock at the top, which turns it on. And also while I was building was when I was up here, and you might see this in the time lapse, I don't know if you spotted it, but you should have, or at least I spotted it when I was building up here, was, let's just go up, was that there's a desert to the right of me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, this guy's just trying to bully me. Okay, well, anyway, let's just go over here. You see there's a desert right there, yeah? To the left of that little mound, there's a village there, like very close by, and there's a village to the right of this mound, right there. And one of them is a small village, the other one is a big village. But anyway, either way, they're both villages with villagers in them. I went to check them out. All the villagers are alive, healthy, and sound. So before earlier in the video, we were talking about how we want a zombie villager. Well, I don't actually think we need that anymore because we got 2 villages, and they're quite close to my base. So maybe we can either transport the villagers here to make this kind of like a villager area, or transport them into my base, which I might do in the future. But for the time being, I'm just gonna keep them there. Maybe in the future, transport them there or here. Probably both, but most likely there. But even though this is closer, that's probably the place I'm gonna do it to. And it's gonna be really useful because we're gonna need lots of materials from villagers, and librarians are probably the best villager type in the game, because we need lots of books and like mending books and stuff, so that my pickaxe, which is very broken, doesn't get broken, and we can repair it without spending more diamonds. So basically, wait, let's see if you can see that village. This is a small one, you can see, and there's a large one over there. Oh, you can't see it. Just right out of my render distance. Increase that. Oh, look, there's an iron golem there. Okay, anyway. So yeah, we'll probably transport them in the near future. But basically, after we do this, finish this off, which I'll do in between the clips, is I'm gonna go to that village and do some trading. And I actually want to try and get a mason, so I'm gonna make a stone cutter. Go place a stone cutter next to one of the villagers, and that's the mason villager, which you get from a stone cutter. And masons can basically trade you clay, and I have a few emeralds back at base. And what I want to do is, when he trades me the clay, I'm going to use that to get terracotta. So hopefully in the next episode we can finish that building. And what I might do in between episodes is just a few small things, like at the end of this episode I'll just show you how I got the mason and the trades that I'm going to use over there. And then in between episodes I'll just try and get as much clay as I can, and we can hopefully smelt that into terracotta. That's exactly why I was trying to look for a mesa in the beginning of this episode. Was terracotta in mesas, it's so easy to find, and it's just so easy to just mine it up and use it rather than using villagers. But since I've been looking almost everywhere, I couldn't find mesa, this is just my next best option. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna finish this up, show you how it works, go to that villager place, finish getting a mason, and just get a few materials from him, and then we'll end off the video back at our little village, our Tudor village. Alright, I'll see you after I finish this. Alright guys, welcome back, and now I've officially, oh that was a big drop, officially finished this farm. Let me show you how it works. So basically, this Gnembon inspired farm it's not really inspired, I just copied it from his video, which will be in the link in the description. Basically, there's this first platform here, which collects all the mobs which drop from these layers, and they'll be pushed down into that central hole and get pushed into there, where I'm going to create my own system for switching it between manual kill and automatic kill. There's going to be a system there. There's going to be, so basically, yeah, there's that, and there's going to be a whole collection system underneath there. then these layers here have a dispenser on each level and an observer. The dispenser each has a water bucket in it. So basically the mobs spawn on these levels. Let's see if there's anyone that spawned already. Okay, you see there's some mobs there. And that they're just aggroing onto me. Oh, they won't follow me. Okay, anyway. So basically, there's a clock up there, which I'll show you how that works. The clock will give a redstone output every so often. And that redstone output will be noticed by the observer. The observer will send a signal to the dispenser underneath, which will dispense water and push these mobs down the sides into that water. And basically the dispenser underneath will also dispense that and do the same all the way down to the bottom. And we have how many layers on this? I think 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we have 10 layers. So let me show you how this works. So we have the clock up here. Also, I realized I made a mistake, a big mistake with this farm was I accidentally made the top part using the upper half of the slab so mobs can spawn. So I just put torches around because I was a bit dumb and did that. So anyway, this is the clock. You see it makes redstone signal. It will come down here. Mobs being pushed down. Oh, the spider is somehow doing something. Oh, okay, there you go. It fell down one way. Anyway, next time he'll probably fall down again. And then we come down there. You see the mobs dying. And you might be wondering why I need this stuff. Well, first of all, since I'm going to be doing lots of building in this world, there's 3 main useful ingredients. String, which will be used for like stopping vines or stopping bamboo or sugarcane from growing, which is really useful. As well as gunpowder, which will be useful for blowing up mountains. Let's say that looks ugly to me, I'll just blow that up and it'll just be so much easier than mining. Like when I was making this farm, you saw that I wanted to dig up that hole, but I just realized it would take too long. Even with that small amount of TNT, only had a big amount of TNT that would have helped. So that's why we need the gunpowder. And oh, look, more are falling from this farm. Okay, and we also have finally the bones. And as you know, bones can be created into bone meal and grass. And also in the future, which is also just for my character, by the way. And in the future, what I might do is, you know, you might need some bone meal propelled farms, like I don't know, flower farm or so. Yeah, so those are the main stuff. You can also have the additional string. Oh wait, no, that's not additional. We need that additional. Sorry, rotten flesh, and also witches also spawn in this farm, so you can get glowstone, redstone, sticks. And yeah, the additional stuff can be used for like clerics for the rotten flesh. But yeah, mainly for those main things, those bone meal, gunpowder, and string is what I'm using this farm for. You can see creeper going down. You can see anything else. And basically down there is where I'm gonna make my automatic / manual killing chamber, where I can switch using a lever between automatic and manual killing. Also, there's the second village that I was talking to you about, the big one. That's the big one, and that's the small one over there. Yeah, so basically later on in the episode we're gonna go there and do some stuff. And anyway, so I'll shortly and quickly explain to you how this is gonna work, the killing thing. So basically, as you can see, automatically when they fall, they die here. So what there's gonna be here is there's gonna be a little room, and there's gonna be me standing here, and there's gonna be some pistons at the back. Okay, behind those pistons there's gonna be water, so water that's ready to flow, and by the push, oh, hello there. Okay, by the push of a lever, which will activate all those pistons, like go down, and basically when those go down, they will let the water flow down there, and basically I'll be crouching here and scratching the bottom of their legs, and basically when the water pushes them down, they will no longer get fall damage, right? Because water in this game stops fall damage. And when they get stopped the fall damage, also water will also be helpful because it'll push them towards me. And basically I'll just be sitting down and there'll be like a slab height, and I'll just hit the legs and it'll die, and so that it can be good for XP if I ever need it. And this is such a great farm, so I highly recommend Gnembon, and you should go check his video and subscribe to him. And yeah, and it's already giving me tons of stuff. 20 gunpowder. This skeleton just died there. Anyway, so what I'll do is I'll quickly go sleep, and I'll see you over at that village to finish off the episode and to get that mason and a few masons and get some clay and for terracotta so we can continue building in the next episode. I'll see you then. Alrighty guys, I'm here at the village, and what we're gonna do is try to make one of these villagers here a mason. It seems like almost everyone has a job. This guy, the cartographer, farmers, cleric. Ooh, there's brimstone. Yeah, there's one there. Oh, and there should be one in this building because that looks like a brimstone building. Oh yeah, and you've got glazed terracotta here. Anyway, what I'm looking for is not a nitwit, because those are the ones which don't ever want to become a villager. I'm looking for a villager which has no profession. Also, there's lots of cats here wandering around the place. You can see there's just 4 right there. I remember I saw some when I entered. So maybe later on we should get a fishing rod and maybe catch some fish and tame a cat. But anyway, let's see. Is there any villagers around? Oh, there's a mason already. Oh, hi there. Okay, yeah, so there's trade for clay for an emerald, and there's trade for bricks. Okay, well, I'll take some bricks. Okay, that's 50 bricks. But what I'm looking for is a clay trade so that I buy the clay. Is that possible? I think it is. Let me try. Okay, let's go get some clay so I can get some emeralds. Okay, so I'll see you when I get some clay so I can trade with that guy and hopefully unlock the emerald for clay trade, if that is a trade, because I'm pretty sure it is. Alright, let me get some clay and I'll see you there. Hello, anyone home? Oh yes, yes, you are there. You're home. Okay. Oh look, this trade does quite a bit. So please level up. If you don't level up, I swear. Oh, I can just pick this clay here. Okay, level up. Come on. Yes. So am I just going insane thinking that there's a clay trade? Cause yeah, I think I'm just. Oh, what I'm thinking about maybe is just that when you do a raid with a mason and you get the hero of the village effect, I think they give you clay. Maybe that's what I'm thinking about. Or maybe just thinking about this trade. Well, that's no good because I need terracotta. Do they do a terracotta trade? I don't think so. I can research after this episode if they do that. But that's not good. I've got to find another way to get terracotta. Only other way is a mesa. Oh well, this is gonna be hard. So in between episodes, I'm gonna try and look for a mesa. Then I guess, because a mason doesn't do the trades I want. Unless I just find it online where you can do it, which I'll probably do. But anyway, so most likely I'll just be looking for a mesa again. Hope that I can find it. And yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next episode. It's been Grosser, and bye.